Video game addiction. So, this conversation came up lately, and I would like to just discuss it a little bit with you guys, and maybe give you guys some advice if you're a parent, either looking to prevent the addiction from happening, or if there's already a problem there and they're being moody and antisocial, how to perhaps put an end to that. And if you're an adult and you're noticing that your video game habits are becoming a bit of a problem, how to perhaps at least cut back or curb it a little bit. Now, for those who spend like 95% of their free time watching TV, I just want to say to you that you guys have no right to complain about people that play video games. You're doing exactly the same thing. You're sitting in a chair looking at a screen, and that's it. I've seen people get irritated when they don't have their TV, just as I've seen people get irritated when they don't have their video games and when they don't have their weed. Mental addiction is a thing. And video game addiction, like I said, it's a thing. It's a mental addiction. It works the same way that a gambling addiction works, right? You lose, and then you win, and your brain feels really good about it. But the more and more you win, the more and more you kind of get bored with it. So you need to win more and more and more in order to get that same feeling. That also applies to video games. Your brain sees no difference between winning money and winning a next level or a new gun or something. It's the same exact effect in the brain. So if you're a parent and you're looking to prevent video game addiction in your children, in the Xbox One and in the Nintendo Switch, you can set up parental controls and basically set a time limit for how long they're able to play it. You might be able to do that with the PlayStation 4 as well, but I'm not entirely sure about that. Maybe. Look into it. Or you could sit them down and talk to them about it. You're not playing video games until you do your homework and your chores, and you're not going to play it past 8 o'clock on weekdays. That seems fairly reasonable, doesn't it? It seems fairly reasonable to me. If they're already addicted to it, then here's a couple of options that you can do. Again, try talking to them about it, but if the addiction is really bad, if they've become sort of detached, sort of antisocial and moody, and then talking to them might not work as well. But you should try it. It should always be the first step. If nothing else works, you can take their games to GameStop and just sell them. Force them to stop playing video games. Tell him that if he wants them back, that he's going to have to earn them. Right? Because video games are a luxury item. They're a privilege, not a right. Nobody is entitled to them. If you don't want confrontation, change your internet plan to a slower, perhaps the slowest that you can get. Just fast enough to browse the internet, maybe shop on Amazon, and do some social media stuff. But not fast enough to do anything else. They'll get sick of playing video games, or at least the online ones anyway, and they'll pretty much give up. Now, if you're an adult and you're noticing your video gaming habits becoming a bit of a problem, there are some methods there too. You can start a time limit for yourself for how long you want to play them. Say no longer than 4 or 5 hours. That's about what the World Health Organization and others have stated. Anything longer than that is video game addiction. Try not to play video games too long. Maybe like stop playing video games an hour before work and an hour before bed to keep your mind clear and able to do things that it needs to do. Otherwise, it could be overstimulated and there could be problems caused by that. But if you're one of these people where you have no problems with that, then more power to you. But I am not one of those people. So I'm talking out of personal experience here. Try to take a day or two off every single week, maybe, from playing video games. Like, don't play video games on like a certain day or something. This will give you more time to do things, maybe with your partner or around the house, or just other things that might need done, or just to explore other ways to engage with people and entertain yourself. Right? So just try to apply some common sense to this, because this is basically a slot machine in your living room. That's what video games are. That's pretty much how your brain's going to see them. The pleasure center of your brain is going to see them that way. So, treat them with respect with regards to that, and don't overdo it. Moderation is key. Common sense and moderation. Right? If you eat a whole bowl of ice cream, but only do it once in a while, it's not going to be that big of a problem. If you eat ice cream for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you're going to be fat and tired all the time. It's going to be a huge problem. Right? So moderation with everything is key. So, peace. Oh, and yeah, when I got my Nintendo Switch and Breath of the Wild in the mail, that was my day off. I spent like 12 hours playing the thing. But after about a week, I pretty much took that back down to about 4 or 5 hours, no longer than that. So it's okay if you indulge yourself a little bit, just don't make it a regular thing. Okay? Okay. Peace.